So good in show matches and ranked recently. But Rxii was able to do the impossible in the previous round. So in the bracket, like we have Joria's, and I believe Nas doing over on the top seeds of both sides of the gauntlets. My goodness, Atow getting the double pogo on the bounce as well. Wave dashing onto the wall to set up this long distance. The main event will include Zen, Moxie. Does anyone know why Atow is Belgian? I think he's Belgian because he's Belgian. Atow trying to ground pitch out of his own half. Rxii camped out in the midfield, takes control, and then is able to protect this ball the whole way. Little reset through it. Knew it was spawning soon, but didn't spawn at the exact right moment. Rxii able to flick over the top of Atow, and it should be a race to the ball that Rxii will win. Declinations, declining players from the Middle East. Be Atow with a full speed dribble. Takes to the ground, trying to slice it around Rxii, and he does find his way. Atow has been so lethal, though, with space. Not the kind of player you want to let be able to do this. And if you haven't watched Atow before, one unique thing about him is that he does these dribbles with ball cam on. Now, I think Rxii is far enough off to the side. Sometimes it does lead to a lot of beneficial moments where you can see around the ball when he maybe otherwise wouldn't have been able to. Double jump pop, and he's trying to create a bit of separation here. Rxii, ceiling reset, catch, smooth into the 50. Looked like he was maybe trying to bring it back to that near post. But Atow just played so passively and helps guide it in. Atow, what a shot. The reset is grabbed quickly and used to push over the top of this challenge up. Rxii, direct kickoff. Now Atow in full control. Rxii can only do so much in the final moments, but Atow actually had one of his best shots of the game so far to finish it off. 6 seconds. Rxii doesn't come to the kickoff, and that'll end the game. Oh, as long as Atow starts the clock waits a little bit to get going. If nobody touches the ball, all Atow needed to do is touch it at all and push it almost anywhere, and he would have been fine. But game number 1 going to Atow. It is the best of 5. Yes. Rxii was able to get out to a solid lead against Toxic and then ice it out in the end. Really be able to come back from Atow looking good at the start. Right kickoff goal for Rxii. Make it. Atow delay on the kickoff with the wave dash as well. Atow trying to counter it. Absolute max speed. What is this shot from Atow? So high risk in ones to use up all your boost on a fast counterattack like this and to finish it off with a double. Oh my goodness, Atow bound to see. He certainly uses the landing pogo a lot and also uses the own goal double just as much. It should not be forgotten that the own goal double is one of the filthiest shots you can hit in the game. Atow half flip kickoff. Didn't go the way he wanted it to, that's for sure. Rxii forced up to the ball by Atow. Trying to starve him out right now. But Rxii just going to score. He was waiting. He knew if he could force a bit of boost out, get even neutral 50s, that Rxii would eventually be starved out. Goal. Trying to stop this half flip kickoff with a direct chip shot, and that's not going to work. Atow able to kill the ball. A way to keep Atow off the ball. Atow swinging wide to grab boost. Leaves the net open for the most part. Rxii tries to take advantage of that with a goal line 50 and then has to reverse to go for the second one. Atow able to keep it out. Now a flick is just past Rye. Atow 360 just drops the ball, and sometimes that's all you need to do. Threatens the world as he spins around underneath the ball. Rye should have a goal here, though. Atow got a bit greedy. Into the back corner, which he accepts and uses to get to max speed. Atow, he has done this a few different times in a few different ways. We saw him do it off the kickoff with the wheel touch save down to counterattack. This time, the soft touch, and he always has Rye. You know he's going to the ceiling. He loves it. This is a great setup for him as well. Over the top of Atow. Rye gets credit from his opponent for a nice shot, and a nice shot it was indeed. Such a good setup. All of it comes down. It's the clutch here, looking for a ground pinch. Ends up just rolling the ball at Rye, who is going to get a second goal. I guess I can count down the 5 seconds for him. Game number 2. Going to Rye. Comes out of the other gauntlet. That person moves on. Long shot from Atow to start game number 3. Wave dash kickoff does not connect. I think that was a late jump from Atow. If you don't have everybody on the other side of the ball to force you into that, you can send yourself flying away, which is why delays work so well against. Wanted to qualify for this event, and Rye actually might have even been down in the 50 or so range after a couple wins the tournament. Atow able to get a second goal here after Rye went on a spurt. I believe, I haven't officialized them, but it's going to be game differential. Goal scoring is not going to be a tiebreaker. It'll be games like in best of 5s. I don't think goals will ever be tiebreakers, just because when maybe you control the entire game, it's complete and utter domination, but you win 3-1. You know, that should... It would certainly be in the spirit of March to do so, but Atow has no interest in that happening. Rocket League March Madness when? I've thought about it multiple times, but it'd be so hard to set up. Rye, nice fake. Let's see, right now, Rye, if you're looking at just the seeding for this qualifier, Atow, though, is going to have none of that. That's a really good chance. He can keep this up. Air dribble. Oh, Rye's going in and out of the net. Oh, my goodness, Rye. What a save. Flips out of his jump into the corner boost. Atow is relentless right now. That bump might just do it. It does. The defense from Rye was impressive for the past minute and a half or so. But Atow ultimately does get his goal and does get his win. Rye is going to try and make me look right to start this game. Atow looking to stay grounded and win some challenge. Rye has the read and is able to gets by on the second pop. I think right now the favorite to win the qualifier has to be the #1 seed. I feel like that makes sense, which would be Joreas. Rye wins again as he flicks early as Atow comes to die. Rye, a carry and a flick. I know it wasn't a kickoff, but it looks exactly like the setups we saw in the past few times. Atow back into the corner. Camera work. Try and see if he can avoid this demo, but it doesn't happen. Rye makes it 5 straight of the 2 brackets to play each other. Whether that happens on land, which would be ideal, or maybe we just in the perfect spot. That's a great flick there. Yeah, Atow's not going to be able to stop it, man. Rye's in the zone. Atow looking for multiple resets. Double reset into the flick, and Rye just waits patiently, gets a bump, and might have a long shot now. The first touch doesn't have enough power, but the follow-up guarantees it. 7-1 for Rye, and there it is, the next, with 3 minutes left to go. I had a feeling we were about to hear that from Rye, or from Atow. He wants it to end in a Brazil. We got ourselves a game 5. And get into a new game can be something that allows them to not tilt out of a series, and we'll see if that's the case here for Atow, who will be scoring first after spending 2.5 or 3 straight minutes is chasing him down. Then he needs to kind of panic and make sure no shot comes. But what a save. Oh, never mind. Not a save. Atow wave dashing on the wall. Take a dribble midfield, and Rxii absolutely stop. What is this fear toxic? I'm confused. You would have saved? Wait, I would have saved? No shot. Oh, yeah, I would have saved him with words. Yeah. The context of my would have save was obviously not toxic. So I don't stand for this. So trying to reset the momentum off of a forfeit, and although he has slightly done so, Rxii off to a 5-1 lead. This is a solid air dribble from Atow. Has the reset and the way he's been playing. Rxii, another kickoff goal. 6-2. Atow, half flip kickoff. You know who also does a lot of half flip kickoffs? Atow. Front flip on the kickoff, saved. Rxii has been a great brick wall on the goal line. He has made countless saves. Inches away, Atow is out. The forfeit did not work. Instead, the momentum carried right on over into another game. 2 minutes into that one, and Atow wants out. Not the kind of guy that's easy to roll through, but Rxii is showing off. Oh, a pogo, yes, of course. Let's see it. Rxii knows what is tradition here when somebody forfeits early, which is for you to give us your best pogo. Oh, keep it up. Count it. Count it. You absolutely count it. He did not land back down. That is a pogo if I've ever seen one.